Hey, hello everybody. Thanks for coming to this week's video blog right here at the California Realty Training YouTube channel. Great to see you, man. Hey, listen, this week's topic is a great one. Ever have something that you have in your hands that you worked for so hard that you're emotionally attached to taken away from you? Hurts, doesn't it? What the hell am I talking about? Where am I going with this one? Eminent domain. Stick around. Let me explain how it works and why you should know what it's all about for your state exam. See you soon. All right, now before we go any further, do me a favor, like the video, like, I'll wait. You did it? All right, good. Now go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Last but not least, you know the third one, go ahead and hit that bell icon. Good. Now, eminent domain. What is it all about? Why is it so important? Well, it's important because you're gonna see it on the state exam. I guarantee it, you're gonna see it on your state exam. What is it? Let me give you an example. Ever work for something so hard again, and you put effort into it, and you put money into it. You've invested time, money, and effort into something. Whether it's a vehicle, a person, an object, and then everything changes. Somebody says you gotta get rid of it. You gotta get rid of it. Or they wanna take it away from you. Or they wanna take it away. Almost sounds like theft. Almost sounds like somebody wants to steal it away from you. They say you gotta get rid of it. Although you love it and you've invested time, money, and effort into it, and you're emotionally attached to it, we want you to get rid of it. Better yet, we wanna take it away from you. Eminent domain. Let me clear this up. Eminent domain. Eminent domain is the government's right. The federal and state's government right. The rights to take away your property. You own this house. Wow, I own this house. But it's in the way of something. The federal or state government has a plan, and your house is in the way. So what do they have to do? They have to condemn your property. They gotta tear it down, but they need your permission. But wait a second, let's talk about this for a second. You've invested time, money, and effort, and energy, and emotions into your property. You've raised a family there potentially, or you're planning on raising a family there potentially. Yet the federal government has the right to come by, knock on your door and say, we're the bearer of bad news. We need this space because we want to build a road right down your house, and you happen to be in the way. Now, eminent domain allows them to do that. Now, sure, it's a lot more complicated than that, but as far as you're concerned as a realtor, as a real estate agent, for your exam and for real life, know that the federal and state government has the right to do that. But there's a few things that that particular homeowner has going for them. They do have one small perk, and that's one small perk is, wait for it, is money. But is money enough? You see, they're supposed to be given what's called fair market value. Please remember that, fair market value or just compensation. Just compensation, meaning fair compensation, meaning compensation money. So they get one benefit out of this, the homeowner. But what if they don't want to go? What if they've lived there a mighty long time? There are some examples of families who've lived in their properties for generations. The government comes knocking on the door, and they say, your house is needed by the government. We need to tear it down and build a road here. What do? They have the right to do so. So please do me a favor. When it comes to eminent domain, I want you to connect it. I want you to connect eminent domain with just compensation, meaning fair market value. Whenever you see those two terms, you're talking about just compensation. You're talking about the government offering homeowners money to say, please leave. Please leave. Now let me give you an example with this. My parents have owned their property for 50 years. Almost 50 years. And approximately 20 years ago, after raising 7 kids in that house, the government did come knocking. And they said, sir, ma'am, we may have to tear down this house. In fact, they did tear down my neighbor's houses across the street. Why? Because they were going to widen the biggest freeway in California, the 405. They needed to widen it. Now, per eminent domain, let's get clear here. Per eminent domain, the government has the right to take private land for public use. Now, that's point number 2. And it's crucial you know this. Per eminent domain, the government has the right to take away private land for public use. A lot of my neighbors had their homes condemned. Now, they were given fair market value. An appraisal was sent out to put value on these properties that were being taken away. And sure enough, it happened, and the freeway was widened. And today we have massive freeways here on the 405 here in Los Angeles that the public is benefiting from. Hope that clears it up. One more time, here we go. Number one point when it comes to eminent domain, please remember this. Eminent domain, just compensation or fair market value. Connect those two dots. If they're taking away your house, we want fair compensation, fair market value. Point number two, they take away private land for public use. You know those two things, you're in good shape. Hope this helps you out, huh? Hey, listen, don't forget, we have every first week of every month, brand new real estate classes for free the first week. Check it out. If you like it, you register for the rest of the 3 months. If you don't, not a big deal. Have a great day. But we encourage you to check it out. We hope to see you next week.